Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good year. I've decided that I'm going to do 1 year review of this Sony elevation speaker, and I love them still. So here's a quick review in 2023 for the Sony elevation speaker, Dolby Atmos enable, model number SS-CSE. Now, although it is hard to describe any Atmos speakers in terms of is it warm, bright, neutral, does it have imaging, blah, 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 yada, yada, I'm still going to try to describe it. The important thing is that it does a wonderful job as an Atmos height channel, and still to this day has no distortion through mini movie watching when I turn it to high volumes. And normally I do. On a side note, if possible, for your Atmos channels, the ideal way to set your height fronts and or height backs is to downfire them at an angle that the Atmos enabled speakers are designed with. I believe it's roughly like 30 degrees angle. In other words, set your Dolby enable speakers to top fronts and or top backs above your bed layer ear level speakers. Now let me start off with the binding posts. Not a big fan of the binding posts because it's not the kind you turn, it's the push connect kind. So that's a turn off for a lot of people. That being said, it does the trick. Also, the thickest speaker gauge is limited to 18, maximum is 16 gauge. And I know a lot of people like to do thicker ones, but your 18 or 16 gauge will do the trick, especially they're just your height channels. And I decided to buy these speakers mainly because they come with mounting brackets, and then I don't have to modify or look for brackets externally in order to mount them on the wall. So originally, that is one of the main reasons why I decided to buy it. And on top of that, they look sweet. Now you will need 2 good screws total for the pair to drill in the studs of your wall. Once that's done, it actually is secure, and is secured by just 1 screw. Is a very easy installation. These elevation speakers are 4 inches in size. The peak power is at 100 watts with a sensitivity of 86 decibels. Not really made for a high resolution music listening, but that you can listen to music with them and they sound good, but it's just mainly made for your height channels. The tweeter type is dome shaped. Number of woofers included is 2, which are speakers that reproduces sound in low or low mid-range frequencies, typically 20 to 500 hertz. Woofer size is 3.94 inches. Material is mica or mica. Dimensions are roughly 6 by 7 by 7, weighs 6.63 pounds. Retail price in 2023 is $199.99. Now for the sound quality, depending on your AVR setup, I have mine on the wall, downfiring towards the listening position for my height back surrounds. And the crossover settings I'm using is at 120 hertz. You can hear crisp details of sound clearly without stressing the speaker. Compared to my SVS elevation speakers and my Klipsch R-41-SA for Atmos channels, I would say it sounds very similar to the Klipsch 41-SA, especially in frequency response and volume, just for a side reference. In other words, they both pair up well, real well together, and both can reach high volumes without any distortions. If you were to put a temperature of sound on these speakers, they would be more in the range between neutral to warm, nowhere near too bright. That being said, will also depend more so on your sound processor. Either way, they sound good, especially for the price tag. For gaming, where there's choppers overhead, you will definitely feel them over your head along with the directions. For movies, when Atmos is present, you will be more immersed because of the clarity. If you're looking for a budget-friendly Atmos speaker that can handle high volumes without distortion, I do recommend the Sony Elevation speakers. And that is my time. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Pretty much, it's a wonderful, wonderful Atmos budget speaker. So, need I say more? Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hooded Dragons out.